You think she's just sending you a random video, but what she's actually doing is handing you a piece of her mind, and most men completely miss what that means. Let me tell you something that is going to change how you read women forever. Most men walk around completely blind to the signals that matter. They're watching for obvious things. The kiss, the touch, the I love you spoken out loud. And because they're fixated on the dramatic, they miss the quiet, unmistakable truth happening right in front of them. They miss the message inside the message. They miss the language underneath the language, and they stay confused, anxious, guessing, wondering where they stand with a woman who has already told them everything without using a single direct word. That ends today. If this channel has ever given you a clear thought when your mind was cloudy, a grounded perspective when emotions had you spinning, then hit subscribe right now. Not for me, for you. Because you deserve consistent reminders of this kind of clarity. And most of what the world is going to tell you about women, about love, about how to handle yourself, most of it is going to be noise. Come here for the signal. Now let's get into it. Here is the thesis. Here is what it really means when she shares something with you. When a woman, not a girl, a woman, when she takes a piece of content from her world, her scroll, her private mental space, and she sends it to you specifically, she is not filling time. She is not being casual. She is showing you something profound about where your name lives inside her head. And if she does it consistently, if it happens across different topics, different moods, different hours of the day, I want you to hear this clearly. That woman is in love with you. That is not an exaggeration. That is not wishful thinking. That is a psychological truth about how women operate when their emotions are fully engaged. But let's slow down, because I need you to understand the full picture. I need you to see the misconception first so you can feel the weight of the real truth underneath it. The misconception is this: most men think sharing is small. They think it's filler. They think it means she's bored, or she thinks the content is funny, or she wants a conversation starter. They reduce it to a social reflex, the way you might forward a meme to 5 people in a group chat. They think it means nothing more than, I thought you'd like this. And because they think it means nothing, they respond with nothing, a laughing emoji. Haha. Yeah, they treat a woman's love language like it's spam mail. That is the mistake. And that mistake is costing men real connection. Here is the hard truth. A woman does not share content with a man she is indifferent to. She just doesn't. Think about your own behavior. Think about the people you actually send things to. You send things to people who live in your mind. You send things to people you want to include in your inner world. You send things to people whose reactions matter to you, whose opinion you're curious about, whose presence you want to extend even when you're not physically together. You don't forward videos to strangers. You don't tag people in posts who mean nothing to you. You curate, even unconsciously. You curate. Women do this with precise emotional intelligence. When she sees something, a video, an article, a quote, a song, a meme, a clip that made her laugh, and her first thought is you. That is not a coincidence. That is not arbitrary. That is your name living in her emotional front row. That is your presence woven into her daily experience. Even when you are nowhere near her, she is not next to you. She might be across the city. She might be at work. She might be out with her friends. And still in that moment, her mind went to you. That's called emotional priority, and you cannot fake it, force it, or manufacture it. It only happens when someone has gotten under your skin in the best possible way. Now, here is why it happens. Why does she do this? What is the root cause? Because when a woman is in love, she doesn't just think about the man she loves in abstract terms. She weaves him into everything. She starts experiencing the world through a filter that includes you. She hears a song and thinks, he would love this. She watches something funny and thinks, I need to send him this. She reads something that challenges her and thinks, I wonder what he would say about this. She is not doing this consciously. She is not sitting down and deciding to include you. It is happening automatically, organically, because you have become a permanent resident of her emotional landscape. This is intimacy, not physical intimacy, cognitive intimacy. The kind of intimacy that precedes everything else. The kind of intimacy that when it disappears means the relationship is already dying, even if nobody has said a word yet. And here is what it costs you when you don't recognize it. When you respond to her shares with indifference, when you one-word her, when you leave her on read, when you don't engage with what she's sending you, you are essentially telling her that her inner world is not interesting to you. You are telling her that the part of herself she's offering you is not worth your attention, and she will register that. She might not say it, she might not even consciously process it right away, but something in her will go quiet. She will stop sending, she will pull the thread back. She will stop weaving you into her day because the loom keeps coming up empty. You stop engaging, you stop seeing her, you stop being present, and she stops loving out loud. She retreats, she goes cold, and you wonder why she changed, you wonder why she seems distant. You wonder why the energy shifted. The energy shifted because you let the language go untranslated for too long. This is not about her being needy. This is not about her requiring constant validation. This is about the basic reciprocity of emotional investment. She showed you something real and you handed it back to her like it meant nothing over and over until she believed you. Now, let me show you the man who gets this right. Because this is not about becoming a people pleaser. This is not about performing enthusiasm you don't feel or chasing a woman's approval. The man who gets this right is not a man who is desperate for connection. He is a man who is secure enough in himself to receive it. He is a man with a full life. He has purpose, direction, standards, and a clear sense of who he is. He does not orbit women. He does not rearrange his identity to fit someone else's preferences. But because he is grounded, because he is not threatened by closeness, he can actually be present. He can actually pay attention. He can actually receive what a woman is offering without either dismissing it or becoming obsessed with it. When she sends him something, he reads it. He actually reads it. He thinks about it. He responds with something real, not a performance, not 3 paragraphs of forced eloquence, just something genuine. That hit different. I've been thinking about this exact thing. Or, this is the second time this week something reminded me of that conversation we had. He connects the moment to something larger. He treats her share as what it is, an invitation into her mind, and he steps through the door instead of walking past it. That man is not soft, he is precise, he is intentional. He sees the world clearly, including the emotional world, and he moves through it without flinching. He does not dismiss what he cannot quantify. He understands that emotional fluency is not weakness. It is power, the ability to read what is real beneath what is said and to respond to it with accuracy. That is a superpower. He also knows when to hold himself. He does not become so consumed with her inner world that he loses his own. He stays rooted. When she sends something, he engages. When she does not, he does not spiral. He does not sit by his phone calculating the meaning of her silence. He has his own silence to sit in, his own work to do, his own mind to develop. He is a complete person who is capable of connection, not a hollow person seeking completion. That is the man she sends things to. That is the man she can't stop thinking about. That is the man who, when something funny happens at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Tuesday, her mind immediately produces his face. Be that man. Now let's talk about what you actually do. What are the clear, non-negotiable steps you take from this moment forward? First, stop treating her emotional language like background noise. When she sends you something, stop and actually receive it. Read it, watch it, give it 30 seconds of your real attention. Not performative attention, actual focused presence. That is all it takes. 30 seconds of genuine engagement is worth more than an hour of distracted affection. Second, respond with something real, not a laughing emoji, not lol, not ha. Yeah, clears the thing inside what she sent that actually connects to you, to your thoughts, your experiences, your sense of humor, your opinions, and offer that back. One real sentence is infinitely more powerful than a paragraph of generic warmth. Be specific. Specificity is intimacy. Third, make the connection visible. If she sends you a song and 2 days later that song randomly comes on, tell her, hey, that song you sent me, it's been stuck in my head all week. You are showing her that what she gave you landed, that it traveled with you, that she traveled with you. You have no idea how much that means to a woman who is in love. Fourth, initiate it yourself. Don't just receive, send things back. When something crosses your mind, something crosses your screen, and you think of her, act on it. Send it. Share the moment. Share the laugh. Share the thought. Stop waiting for permission to be in someone's life that you already care about. Close the gap. Be present. Fifth, and this is critical, stop abandoning the small moments in pursuit of the grand gestures. Men are conditioned to believe that love is demonstrated in the big dramatic act. The expensive dinner, the public declaration, the grand romantic gesture. And yes, those things matter, but they do not build the daily architecture of love. The daily architecture of love is built in exactly these moments. The shared video, the inside joke that started with a meme, the late night conversation that began because she tagged you in something ridiculous. That is the tissue of real intimacy. And if you neglect it in search of the grand gesture, you will show up one day for your grand gesture in a relationship that has already quietly dissolved. Pay attention to the small things. The small things are the real things. Here is where I need you to land. Here is the identity reset I promised you. You are not someone who is guessing at love. You are not someone who is confused by signals or paralyzed by ambiguity. You are a man with enough clarity to see what is real, enough grounding to receive it without losing yourself, and enough courage to respond to it honestly. You are the answer to the question she doesn't know how to ask out loud. You are the presence that makes her mind go to you automatically in the quiet middle of an ordinary Tuesday. You are the person she is thinking about when there is no reason to be thinking about anyone. That is not a small thing. That is everything. When someone loves you, they include you in their world without being asked. They turn toward you without thinking. They send you the silly video and the profound quote and the song that hit them at the wrong moment for the right reason. They send you themselves in pieces, in moments across the distance of ordinary days. And when you learn to see that, receive that, and honor that, you become the kind of man that love does not leave. You become the kind of man that love keeps choosing quietly, consistently, without drama or ultimatum. Love just keeps reaching for you. Subscribe to this channel right now if you want more of this truth. Not because the numbers matter, because you deserve to walk through your life with your eyes open. Because the men in this community are choosing clarity over confusion, reality over fantasy, growth over stagnation. We are building something here that is stronger than advice. We are building a standard, a way of seeing, a way of being, and you belong here.